Welcome to State of Ed, a podcast about education inside the classroom and out. My name is Marcus Sings.
And I'm Nick Sloan.
Nick, we have the absolute gem of the belle of the ball here at FETC. We are joined by the incomparable Barbara Bray, educator, author, force of nature, just absolutely wonderful human being. So happy to have her here. So Barbara, welcome to State of Ed. We're kind of like just recording this on the fly. You've been so generous to give us a little bit of your time, and you've been running around talking to people with your book and signing autographs and all the wonderful things. I'm so happy to have a few minutes with you. So can you just take us through a little bit about like what you're doing here at the conference, what your expectations are, and a little bit about you.
Oh, thank you, Mark. And when we found out we both were going to do Meet the Author at the same time, I was like, "So that be right next to me." It was wonderful. I've been at FETC and a lot of conferences, and ed tech means a lot to me. And it's kind of like, it's, I mean, our kids, everyone, we're using it and we need to know how, and we need to use it effectively and ethically. And so I go to conferences to learn, but also to connect. I find a lot of my guests here and others I love and want to just be able to connect and find out where they're going. And my book, my latest book is Grow Your Why. And that's what I had at the, Meet the Author, and I gave it away. And I wanted to share the story with as many as I could because it's lovely. It's 23 stories that about how they were challenged and inspired and found their why. And they share that, but they also share tips and strategies. And it's lovely. And I love doing that, sharing the stories. So that's one of them. It's a podcast. I love the stories. So I'm building a list of future guests. And I'm just very fortunate.
So great to finally meet you in person. Because I've listened to you when you had Mark on the podcast and everything. And I said to you, it's just happiness just emanates from you. You just source of positivity. But what are you looking forward to for your session on Tuesday?
Oh, Tuesday. My session's with Michael Wesley. It's called Spark to Magic. And it's making joyful, purposeful classrooms. Well, I do the purpose part. And I give background of different projects and things where there was joy. Not all of them had technology. Michael is an amazing presenter, fun person. I really, really care for him a lot. And I felt like this is going to be so much fun. I can't wait. We called about making a trail of glitter into your classroom. But he just told me it's going to be like dueling pianos. Like, okay, that means I don't know what's going to happen.
I'm thinking of the scene from Roger Rabbit.
I don't know. We'll find out. But basically, I share a story. He jumps in and shares really cool ways to use technology. I'm, in a part of my life, the stories mean a lot, but it's not always, including technology. So I'm not keeping up with everything that's happening. So I find people that are and collaborate with them, and that's awesome. It's great.
But I think that really is the message, is that if we just swing the pendulum over to technology and technology alone and leave out the heart and leave out the why and leave out our purpose and leave out our intentionality, then we're leaving out really the very essence of education. So the fact that you are working together is not just a matter of convenience, but it's really like purposeful and reflective and symbolic of where we all should be. It's just a physical manifestation in your session, but that's really what should be internally in all educators at this point. That's just my take.
Well, that's actually me because I found the stories when I actually can have a personal relationship with somebody. So when I do my podcast, like I did with you, I do a pre-podcast planning so I can find out the story behind the story. It's a sneaky way to figure out how I can have you on my virtual porch and just have a conversation like I've known you forever. And that's how it felt, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I felt that way with you also. And Michael was on my show. He went a lot of places. I didn't know he was going to, but it was so genuine, sweet, and just some people, when they go to a podcast sometimes, they don't have a link back. I've been on some podcasts where no one knows how to find me after. They don't even ask that, you know. So with me, I made you work.
You most certainly did.
He's never afraid of watching that.
No,
No, but it was like, sophomore year finals at college, kind of like hit the library until you get it done work. It was worth it.
I made him work. I made him. I said, "This is your story. Why don't you use this page to Google Doc and just put anything you want about you? I'm going to give you little prompts, but you can change them or whatever. Put some pictures up, any videos, anything linking to your life." And so, pushing people out of their comfort zone. So I have one I'll share. I have Aaron Moniz. He is Inspire Citizens. That's the name of the company. And I had his partner there, and his partner passed. And I said, we never did a memorial for him. So I'd love to have you. And I've known him forever too. And so we started talking in our few podcasts, and he goes, "Well, Steve and I met before when we had our punk rock band." And I said, "Oh,
You weren't going to let that one pass by.
no, I want to know more." I mean, they had albums. They were pretty famous. And so he said, were you okay if I put some of the pictures up? And I said, if they're, what's the word?
PG.
PG. I could put music up, and so he put them all up, and I go, that one, I don't think. And some of your music, I just think that, but he was having so much fun. And that's the thing, is that why not have fun telling your story and show a part of you, even if it doesn't feel comfortable, but it's you.
Right.
And that's what I tried to do, and that's what I tried to do in the words.
And the latest book is it's not all educators, of course, right? It's all different people from all different backgrounds.
Some were educators, and now they're, they have their own businesses, and there's more educators in this than not. I have some that are filmmakers now, some that are musicians that were musicians, and
But not punk rockers.
he's
No,
not in that.
no.
He's not in that one because I had done the book before. But no, my thing now is I'm going to conferences in and out of TED,
Good.
and I met amazing people everywhere. Sometimes just standing in a line to get a drink. All of a sudden we start talking. I go, "Oh my!"
So
And so they've been on my show.
it's good. Let me just add to one specific to teachers. Why do you think teachers should be asking themselves the question about to grow their why? Why do you think teachers need to have that thought?
Here's my thing about teachers. I love teachers. They're amazing. But they still say I'm just a teacher, many of them. They don't want to promote themselves. They feel uncomfortable saying anything that they do that is really wonderful. And they don't understand how remarkable they are. And my thing is, that's why I was drawn to them, because I was doing consulting, going in classes and observing and thinking, I could never do what they're doing. They're geniuses. Because how do you take all these kids and get them to actually reach their full potential or do something way out of their comfort zone, and they're doing it, but they don't talk about it. And so in growing a Y with educators, it's like, how do you find a way to pull out that story? Just like, oh, maybe there is something there. Maybe I am okay, or what? I mean,
Because there's insecurity often. There's insecurity that creeps in, even though you're trained and you want to do a great job and you have some success, but you close the door and it's just you and the kids. Sometimes the security can creep in. And then you need to be able to anchor yourself and work to something.
It's learning how to self-advocate for yourself. And it was hard for me. I still say I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not really, I just don't know. It's like, how do we make it so they're confident? And what we're doing is making a difference.
Because I think teachers always need to remind themselves that they are doing great work. We're all looking to make things better, but sometimes you could feel as if, I created this perfect lesson. Why did it land as successfully as I wanted to? Or I prepared them as hard as I could, and why did they not all do as well on the assessment? That's, I think, the message you try to say to them is just keep believing in yourself and the impact you're having. And it's more than just the academic outcomes. It's the person in front of the room that's impacting people's lives. Again, that's what comes across with you. Positivity, joy, and happiness. It was.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. Just like it's a pleasure to connect with you and to actually meet you in person because, at long last. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And good luck tomorrow.
Oh, thank you. I love it.
Thank you.